got a house. And I remember like, dude, he was like so excited about it. Of course you should be, but like we would just be sitting there, and I'd be upstairs, and he'd run upstairs, and he'd go, Jordan, and I go, yeah. He goes, we got a house.
What's going on, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Public Property with your host, Monroe Martin. That be me, baby. I got Jordan Fisher in this thing. You've seen him on Comedy Central and The Tonight Show, and he's been killing it, touring all around this country. And he made a point to stop and just kick it and talk with me. We chatted it up about childhood trauma while going toe-to-toe in Mortal Kombat. We had a really great time. But before we get into that, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Answer some of these questions too. Let me know if any of these people are public property. Buy some merch. Get yourself a nice little hoodie, t-shirt, mug, book, pencil, whatever. Did I say hoodie? I think I said hoodie already. And if you can buy merch, then join that Patreon. It's only $5 a month, and there you will get exclusive content. Hope to see you over there. Yo, Jordan, thank you for taking the time out of your day, dog.
Yeah, man. Video games, that's an easy way to get me to stop doing what I'm doing today.
Dude, man. All right, so what's the significance for Mortal Kombat? Is there like a childhood connection to Mortal Kombat?
I didn't play it a lot like as a kid. I played it a lot in probably high school and college. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I just got pretty good at it in college, I think.
So what was that? What year was that? What Mortal Kombat was out when you were in college?
Let's see. I started playing. Well, the first one I feel like I ever had was probably like I think it was called Alliance. Because I had it actually. Now that I think about it, I played it a little bit as a kid. I just didn't have the originals like MK1 and 2. Like I never had like the 2D side scroller ones. When I started playing, it was already 3D because I played it on Dreamcast here and there, and then like PlayStation 2.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then
I gotta look it up. I gotta figure out which one that is.
Yeah, it was probably Alliance, and then I put a lot of time into like 9, 10, and then this one 11 that we're playing.
Okay, all right. So you're good at this.
Decent. It's been a while since I played, but I can do okay. So are you, whole shit.
What? I'm like, by the time I'm good at this game for no reason, because by the time the new one comes out, this will be dead. Like no one will be playing this. And then I'll have to learn a whole new mechanic.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while. I was talking all that shit about all the ones I played, and I'm out here looking foolish as hell.
I think that I fucked up on that. My shit got jammed. But the most important thing is just blocking and fucking parry. You can parry in this game. You can't really parry in the other games. Meaning you can do a defense move that'll just take a good amount of damage and then also help you get into your combos.
Yeah. I also got to look at... Okay, all right. Because I also play on Xbox mostly.
Yo, so where you originally... I said originally like that. Where are you from, dog? Originally.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
What type of place is Greensboro?
You know what? Now that I've lived in New York and everything, I realize like how small it is. Oh shit. But it's a good place to like start a family and all that.
Yeah.
It's just, like there's just not much going on, I feel like, in Greensboro at this point. Because it's one of those places where like the other surrounding cities in North Carolina have since kind of surpassed it.
Mm-hmm.
And like my family has a family business. Our family business is a funeral home.
Yeah.
And we have one in Durham, and Durham used to be shit, dude. Like nobody really wanted to be in Durham, and it was rough. But now they are like a super artsy like city that's got like good food scene.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me. And
I knew
goddamn.
that's what you was going for, dog. You didn't think I knew what you was going for, dog?
God dang. Gotta run that shit back. You can't do the fatality though. Oh.
Yes, I can.
Slicing me up. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
They gotta call this Fruit Ninja.
Oh my god. I got kebab. Yo, think about the people that think of these fatalities
Yeah,
all the
they
time.
also should be going to therapy, right?
Dog. The most therapy.
Yo,
Let's run that
so
back.
Greensboro, North Carolina was. You want to rematch this match?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Greensboro, North Carolina is a small town compared to New York, but I feel like New York makes every place look like a small town.
Sure. Like, I mean, like Greensboro's not like a one stoplight city or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you know, like compared to Raleigh, like Raleigh's grown a lot. Raleigh is where I also spent a lot of time. And since you know, since I was a kid, Raleigh has grown so much that like it's become like on the list of #1 places of, you know, in America to move and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like so many people are moving there now, and a bunch of New Yorkers are actually moving to Raleigh now.
Yo, I think I've been to Raleigh, and it is nice.
Yeah, Good Nights is in Raleigh. You ever been there?
Yes, I like Raleigh. Raleigh surprised me. It seemed very pleasant. It's a college town, which I think I wouldn't, as an older
NC
dude,
State
I
is
wouldn't
there.
fucking.
God damn, this fucking wind kick. Fuck. Yeah, NC State is there, and you know Duke and Chapel Hill are not far away. So yeah, it's a lot of, you know.
So, Dan, where are you from again? I'm sorry. I'm going to say Durham
No,
or
Durham is
Dansbury.
no. You're
What the
thinking
fuck
no.
was
I'm fucking Dansbury. Where? What you got? Put me in
what
the
was
Andy
the
Griffith
name?
show?
Oh shit! That's what I'm talking about. Give me. What was the where? What was the
Durham
name
is
of
where my funeral home is. My family's funeral home, Durham.
No, I'm saying what was the part of North Carolina you was from again?
Greensboro.
Oh shit! Why the fuck I think it was a D?
I have no clue. But you about to take this D right now in this L.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I wanted to get back to that. So, like growing up there for you was like how was it? Like, did you grow up in like a house,
Oh yeah, dude.
apartment?
Like we didn't have really. We didn't grow up. I didn't grow up with like a lot of money at all. So, you know, my parents lived in an apartment when I was a kid. We had a 1 bedroom apartment. Well, no, 2 bedroom apartment, I guess. When I was young, but my parents split up when I was young, like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
So then my mom moved to like a different part of town, you know, like a townhouse or whatever. My dad moved to Raleigh, to an apartment. So I split my time growing up between the two locations. They're an hour and a half apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So during the week, I would stay at my mom's place. And then on the weekend, I would go to my dad's. And then, oh, fuck, that was the end of that one? God damn, I should have
That
played
was
it a little
it,
more. I was playing
bitch.
casual as hell. And then, this is a tactic. You bring me on the show, open me up about my childhood, and just beat my ass. It's just like my childhood all over again. I'd be vulnerable and get my ass whipped the entire time.
Let's try a different person though.
Okay.
Yeah, because it may just be luck, dog. It may just be he's good with the combos.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me turn that off. I don't know if that fan was getting caught on the microphone. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Who should I use now? Choose your fighter. Is there a more epic voice in gaming?
Ooh,
You going with Nightwolf? This is my
Night
brother's name.
Wolf.
My brother uses Nightwolf.
Yeah, let's see. No, but hold on. There's only a certain variation you can use of Night Wolf because that other one, when he turns into the animals, that shit is annoying.
Let's see.
So
Psycho
you
Jacks.
grew up. You didn't. Would you consider your upbringing middle class, lower class, upper middle class, lower class?
I mean,
Like,
not lower class. We weren't on, no food stamps or anything like that.
yeah.
No EBT. Um, I don't even know if it was middle class. I don't know. Because it's
You was
funny.
just
Like
in a
middle
weird
class is,
situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
middle class has changed over time.
Hmm.
So much. But yeah, I still think like money was tight. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. You know. Um,
And
yeah.
your parents communicated this to you. Like, how were you aware of the money situations as a kid? Was it because you weren't getting what
When
you
you go, can
wanted?
I get that? And you hear enough times, no, we can't get that right now.
Mm,
When you end the sentence with right now,
yeah.
that's when things are like a little tight. When black parents always say, "Nah, we can't do that right now." It's like, all right, that means no.
Mm,
So it's like, when can we do it? Oh, but it's not like I went without or anything. I still had video games and shit. I still got to do fun activities or whatever. It's just things are on a budget.
yeah. Why do you think parents do that? Like, why do you think parents communicate their
Fuck.
finances to their? I didn't think I was going to hit you with that. I thought you were going to jump out of it.
I didn't think you were gonna use it right now.
Dude, you were down below. I gotta get you. You were fighting with vengeance. Like,
I was, but I didn't think you could go round one with it.
dog,
Um,
I was looking at your power bar and I'm like looking to see how you play, and I'm like, all right, you know how to use certain moves and shit. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know how to
yeah,
come back in that situation.
yeah. Ah, fuck. Um, no, I think parents communicate money to their children just to kind of let them know where they stand, and then, they don't ever tell them flat out what's going on, but they'll let them know, like, hey, like, now's not the time for us to do this.
Yeah.
uh and like, I'd love to provide that stuff for you or whatever, but I also got to feed you and keep you alive, and some things are not the priority.
Yeah.
uh but we still were, oh god damn, we're still doing all right, but it was like, I mean, my dad and I, it was one bedroom apartment, and we shared a bed and stuff. Oh my god. Shared a bed for years, and you
You
know
shared a bed with your dad?
when I was a kid, yeah, yeah, for a while there. Not, I wasn't like 13 sleeping in the bed with him or anything like that, but like, yeah, there was for a
Oh
while when I
fuck,
was
it didn't
young,
work.
that we would share a bed, and then you know then eventually I would like sleep in the living room, like on either like
Mm,
a pull out, or like or then I got like a mattress, but the mattress would be like in the dining room, like how apartments have like that little dining room kitchen connected to the kitchen type deal.
yeah.
Like, that was my mattress was there, you know.
Yeah. Damn. I
hmm
understand. You know what's crazy is I understand that type of living. You want to run it back?
yeah,
All right. I actually understand that type of living. I never slept with my dad, but
yeah,
I slept with my mom. Certain foster
yep,
homes and shit I was in was like that. That's crazy.
yeah, dude. And I was dude, like, I was a bedwetter too.
Ooh, I'll be so angry
Right,
pissing
yeah,
on
I
me
know.
like that.
Yeah. And it was bad. I talk about it on stage because, like, I was a bedwetter, and my dad would scream in his sleep. He would always have nightmares and shit. So we were just two screaming, pissing dudes in the bed.
Oh, you got this. Good shit. Good shit.
Ah,
Good shit,
come on!
good shit, boy. That's
There.
what I'm talking about.
I thought I
That's
was
what I'm
gonna
talking
get the
about.
the
No,
flawless on you.
fuck that shit. Hell no. Wait, so you said this stopped at like age 13 when you stopped sleeping in the bed with your dad?
Oh, it was before that, but I don't know. I just don't. I can't remember what age
Oh,
exactly. But
okay.
yeah, once your kid starts learning how to jack off, they probably shouldn't sleep in the bed with you.
Oh shit, you get me on this one. I ain't even gonna lie. This nigga, I cannot figure out his timing or anything. All right.
Ah, fuck.
I thought I was going to be nasty with him. I can't put shit together.
Wait till I start remembering some of these combos and shit.
Well, back 4 forward
fuck.
for Scorpion a lot. Like back down square for Scorpion. If I'm not mistaken,
yeah.
I'm not using Scorpion on purpose, dog. Because I know what you can do with him, and you're not doing it. I'm like, look, I'm gonna I'll give you that round again because I like that. I want you to. I like that. I feel like it's coming back to you now.
Yeah, so it's slowly coming back.
So, what age did you get your own room at your dad's or your mom's?
Okay, so at my mom's, I always had my own room. Yeah. But at my dad's, he got a house when I think I started high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't until like 9th grade, so 14 or so, that I finally got like my own, room. And I remember, like, dude, he was like so excited about it. Of course you should be, but like we would just be sitting there, and I'd be upstairs, and he'd run upstairs, and he'd go, "Jordan," and I go, "Yeah." He goes, "We got a house." Don't nobody from middle class or with money like say shit like that. Like that's something where it's like you really had to work your way up in life to have that happen. Just remind you of your living situation.
And that you got the house when your dad became the mortician?
Oh, my dad never went into the funeral business. Neither of us had any interest in it. That's my granddad's business on my dad's side. Yeah, my granddad and uncles they do with the funeral home stuff. So I grew up seeing like bodies and shit. Like I would go hang out at my granddad's, and he'd have to go to work, and he'd take me with him, and I'd be sitting there in the waiting area, and there'd just be a body, in a casket, open casket for a viewing, just sitting there.
Wow.
Yeah, and if
how did they introduce you to death?
It was just kind of there. It was just kind of present in my life, I guess, just because that was the business. So it was never like, I don't know. It's just kind of like being introduced to anything else, really, where it's just, you don't know how it happened. You just understand that it's part of your existence. You can't do it in the middle of a match.
Yes, I can.
No, that's not fair. It's between matches.
Oh, my bad.
Goddamn, I couldn't get that one off. Ooh, shit!
Ha! You see me going for it.
Yeah. I was like, I know he's about to go to this shit. I got mine first.
Don't ever count me out, though. Because I know you got comfortable. I know you felt comfortable. Yeah. You felt comfortable. So your parents never talked to you about, there we go. All right, there we go. Your parents never talked to you about death? You just kind of found out about it when you started working at the funeral home? Like death up that close and personal?
Yeah, I think it was just like, you just know what your granddad does, and you're like, okay, so death. Like, I mean, and then, you're learning about, I guess, my parents are religious, so
okay, just
learning the concept of heaven and hell and everything, I guess that just kind of comes with the territory of death's existence. So, I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember, like, if any point they were just like, yeah, people die. But I also had my own other issues going on where I feel like I wasn't even worried about that shit because my parents were always fighting. Like I said, I grew up, like, they got divorced when I was young, so they were just fighting all the time. So I was like, if they're gonna be talking to me about death or whatever, I was like, what about y'all? Like, how about that?
You were aware of their fighting, like, and why they were fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very apparent.
Did you ever have to take sides?
Usually, I would put on a black and white striped shirt and count the do the pinfalls. No,
Wait, it
yeah,
got
I
physical? If
no,
you,
no,
it's for
no,
okay.
never that. No, I don't. Yeah, never
Yeah.
physical. It was all verbal. It was all like, fighting over just whatever the hell they were fighting
Yeah.
about. I don't know. Um,
Ooh,
let's
that's the
go.
only his super thing just takes too long to load.
Yeah.
My guys, but fuck it.
You ever watch these like tournaments?
Yeah, I kind of want to join one when I get better.
That would be fun. You gotta get MK1, dude.
It didn't come out yet. It comes out September, right?
I know, but like you might as well. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order this shit. Might as well.
Dude, yeah. And maybe that'll be the thing that get me into it is I'll try to get good enough to compete
Ooh, yeah.
and then stream me getting good enough to compete.
Ooh, not today.
I know. I knew it wasn't today, but I knew it wasn't today for you either. Boy,
Damn it.
boy,
Oh no.
I knew it. I knew it. I
Come
was
on.
like, I knew it. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to have
Damn.
to go for this one.
That was a good one.
But because I was out of your range. I knew that I fucked up and I blew my load, but once I seen you do I was like, I'm out of his range.
All right. Ooh. Ah, fuck.
Shit. Why is he doing that? No! Do you remember how to do brutalities?
Some of them.
Oh, you could have turned that into a brutality.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now you're getting too comfortable. 2 fatalities back to back. All right, now let's switch it. I'm gonna switch it up.
I'll switch it up.
You can no. You can play with Scorpion. If Scorpion is who you comfortable with, run
It's
it.
funny. It's not even Scorpion's not even my true base character. Usually it's Kung Lao. It's just it's
Yeah.
been so long. I gotta like refresh myself. All right, select a new fighter.
Yo, so when you had to divide households and live from parent to parent, was it 2 different sides of town?
They were an hour and a half away.
So was both towns, did they have 2 completely different types of culture? Like that one moved to the bad side of town and the other one stayed in the suburbs?
No. It wasn't that bad. But like I said, so my mom stayed in Greensboro, and then my dad moved to Raleigh.
Okay.
Raleigh's like, what they call the Research Triangle Park. So there was like a big like boom in Raleigh where like a bunch of people were moving, and it's happening again. A bunch of people move there now. Like Raleigh, I feel like is one, it's the capital of North Carolina, and now it's kind of like the biggest city there in North Carolina, outside of like Charlotte. Charlotte has all the sports teams and everything, and Charlotte's like banking and finance and all that bullshit. But Raleigh's dope. I love Raleigh. But yeah, I mean, my dad would pick me up every Friday in a in his Chevy Caprice Classic.
Damn.
Right? Yep, like old school police car, 1993 Caprice Classic.
He kept it clean. Did he keep it clean though?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. That was when he got. Was he still like you still sleeping in his bed at the time?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. This was like the car he had, man, and like,
that's where the front seat is the couch, right?
Yeah, the whole car is a couch, basically. Like,
a fucking couch on wheels.
Yeah, the Batmobile is what we called it. And
dude, what color? Do you remember
Friday
color?
About like 7 or 8 p.m. And the thing is, he would drive from Raleigh an hour and a half down to Greensboro.
Yeah,
pick me up, and then we drive an hour and a half back to Raleigh.
All right, let's look at our move list. You can look at your move list. I'm gonna look at my move list.
Go ahead.
So,
you can tag some of them too.
Nah, because I don't want you to see what I'm bringing.
Oh.
Because if you see it, then you're going to expect it all the time.
Nah,
Plus,
but I
I'm trying
won't
to
know
get
what
my
it
brain.
is.
I'm trying to get. Oh, you can't see
I
it
mean,
on
I
my
can see
screen?
it. I can see it tagged on the screen, but I won't know
Okay.
like what you're doing. You know, I won't know
Okay.
what
All
you're
right.
inputting.
All right. And then, oh, fuck. He don't got no goddamn specials.
Who you got? Cabal? Oh, actually,
Yeah.
no. Cabal's got some good shit though.
All right. Your turn.
All right. Let's see.
So
Move
while you're
this.
doing that, so he would pick you up every Friday, drive you
Mm-hmm.
an hour and a half back to Raleigh.
Yep.
And the culture in Raleigh, what was that like? What was different between the two, between Greensboro and Raleigh, at the time back in the '90s?
Mm,
Yeah, in the '80s and '90s, right? You're late '80s, early '90s,
no,
right?
I was born in 1990, so this
Okay,
whole
so
time, like this
yeah.
is going like this is starting basically 95 through the 2000s. We,
Mm.
you know, we were right before Cash Money Records. Uh,
Ooh.
um, but no, yeah, nah, it was. I mean, you know, when you're that young, you don't really know that much,
Yeah.
honestly, because I'm 5, and also I was very sheltered,
Yeah.
so my dad's very strict, wouldn't let me like really do shit. My parents were very strict. Like my dad would not let me out of his sight, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but
Oh, this nigga. All right, fuck it. If you gonna do
I
that,
told you, I told you,
I thought you wasn't. I thought we was gonna.
do
If
it,
you gonna do that,
do
how
it.
do you star him? First of all, I think I
Triangle,
forgot.
triangle.
Triangle.
Yeah.
I actually hold on. No, that's too long. Maybe if I'm feeling myself, I'll do a long one. Uh,
But when you grow up in two households like that, like I eventually would have like two game systems. So I'd be coming to school with like a backpack full of games that I would cart from
yeah.
one house to hold to the next. Because I had two PlayStation 2s. You know, I had two PlayStations because I had to have a Greensboro location, a Greensboro PlayStation, and a Raleigh PlayStation.
So that's kind of cool though. That sounds like the best case scenario for whatchamacallit.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, that's what I would do. Oh, there it is. Okay, I remember this. I remember this now. Jack's got his arms ripped off. Imagine jacking off with metal arms.
Yo, he probably can't. He probably can't get no hoes. Because ain't no chick gonna let you, like, unless
Smash with
it's,
metal
yeah,
arms.
smash with metal arms. You can't finger her.
Look at his. He beat his meat and his arms start glowing.
Like, ah!
Like imagine Jax goes to the bathroom and then comes back out and his arms are glowing. They'd be like, "What was you doing in there?" He's like, "Nothing."
Yeah. Just got a bunch of rust in his palm.
Right? Yeah. Damn. That came out of nowhere.
Dude,
I was
man.
starting to whoop that ass. My arms was on fire and shit. My arms was looking like NBA Jam.
No, I know. Jax is one of my stable characters, so
Yeah, he's
I
great.
know when you were gearing up with him. I think the thing that sucks about Jax is he could be the best player in the game, but they don't make him the best player in the game. They make him kind of slow
He's
for the
slow.
moves he does,
Yeah, he's a
and then
little
he
chunky.
telegraphs all of his shit.
Yeah. He's got some quickness to him, but like his once you get him in the air, he's slow.
Yeah.
Like him trying to cover ground is slow. Oh no! Come on. Oh, come on. Bullshit. Bullshit. God, I was gonna zone with him.
Oh shit!
Definitely running
No, no,
that
no.
shit back.
Run that shit back. Wait, what was it? What was it? Fuck, he about to fall. I know it.
No, you got time. It's mid though. Ah, you're too
No,
close.
fuck. Yo, that was good. That was a good match.
Yeah, that was good. All right, we got to run that shit back. I was getting hot with Jax. I was warming up.
So When you had to acclimate to these two different neighborhoods, were there like, what was your block like? What was interacting with other kids like, especially under overprotective sheltered parents?
Dog, I'm telling you, like, because the thing is, like, it's not, North Carolina is not like Philly. Like, you grew up in Philly, like, you grew up in a
Yeah,
real city,
yeah.
it's not like that,
Okay,
where I was. Um,
ooh,
it's super
that was
suburban,
perfect.
like where I was. Um, apartment complexes out in North Carolina. It's like you might as well just be like in its own little like cul-de-sac. Like it's so suburban.
Yeah.
Um, but dude, in my dad's neighborhood, I didn't know like any kids that lived like in our apartment complex or anything like that. Like I had some friends in Raleigh. Also, too, you got to think like, I didn't go to school in Raleigh, so there weren't like, God damn it, there weren't like a lot of friends. My friend group was mainly in Greensboro. You know,
Mm. And you
um,
would only see them when you went to go visit your dad. I mean, when you went to visit your mom.
well, I mean, yeah, well, I live with my mom, so it's like I would see those people
All the
more.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. But then like at my dad's, like I had like a couple of friends, like maybe
Yeah.
two or three. Like there was a kid named Spencer that I used to hang out with, and
Yeah.
like that's my dad's best friend, his son. And then like, yeah, I mean, it was just and then like I went to summer camp there. So I would
Mm.
see hang out with kids from summer camp, or I would go to summer camp and hang out with those kids. And my uncle, that also worked at the funeral home, he's only 4 years older than me, so he was like
Mm.
big brother for me.
Yeah.
So that was somebody I hung out with a lot. But like as far as neighborhoods go, they were kind of the same, really. But like I said, my parents were so freaking protective that I didn't really like go just like run around in the neighborhood on my own.
You
My
got that.
brother
That
got
was
to do
good.
that.
That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I went in. My brother got to do that
Yeah.
uh, when uh, when we moved to our place in high school, because
Yeah.
my mom remarried,
Mm-hmm.
and her and my stepdad had my brother,
Yeah.
and him and I are 9 years apart. So when he was 5, we all moved into a house because we were living in a townhouse before that. So we moved into like our first house on that front,
Okay.
and that was like a proper like suburban neighborhood with like homes and families, and like they all had kids and all that kind of shit. So my brother grew up like running around in the cul-de-sac like with his
Mm.
friends playing flashlight tag and all that shit, just like looking at me like, hey, this is what a happy childhood looks like.
Damn.
Yeah,
Is there? Are you and your brother close?
super
Or is there?
close.
Oh, okay. So there's no
Yeah,
resentment that y'all
no,
got two different childhoods.
no, I
Do
don't
you
think
even let him know? Does he even know? Do you like, motherfucker, I ain't never get this? Or you just let
he
him be
knows,
excited?
like he knows in a way, but like not in a way that like I resent him for it. He just
Yeah.
knows like there was a difference a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Are
Like,
you a protective older brother?
yes, yeah, that's why I like never like when he was born, I just like immediately went into like protective mode, where it's just like set a good example for him. you
Yeah.
know I'm not gonna be out here like drinking and drugging and nothing, any of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Um but yeah, we get along really well. you know both like all the
Oof.
same
You
nerdy
ain't
like
getting that
Marvel shit.
flawless. You're not getting that flawless though. However you beat me, just know you ain't getting that flawless.
This is honestly what therapists should do for men, is have them play Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat and get out all their frustrations while
Yep.
they talk about their childhood.
Like
Because it's like the biggest part in therapy is just getting a man
getting
to open up.
comfortable.
Yeah, getting him comfortable and getting him to open up and like be vulnerable about this stuff. But if you can
Yeah.
distract him when he's talking about his childhood while he's like beating the shit out of somebody and
Right? You're like,
tearing them
motherfucker,
apart.
dude. Bang, bitch. I told you it wasn't gonna be sweet. Told you it wasn't gonna be sweet.
Oh, come on.
And I'm chasing you down. And I'm chasing you down
He's
after
chasing.
that. And I'm chasing you down. I ain't even running. Fuck that.
Whatever,
Fuck that
went.
running shit.
Oh
Fuck that
fuck!
running shit, baby boy. Fuck that running shit. I told you to fuck that running
Come
shit.
on! I did not know
I
you
said
hit
it,
me with the fatal blow.
dude. I'm like, come on, I'm hunting you down. Cause here's the thing: every time you hit me, you increase my chances of reaching the fatal blow. So I'm
You're
like,
right.
if I'm already getting my ass whooped, I might as well just hunt you down.
Yeah. Won't punish.
So, but did you see your life change when your brother's life changed? That also meant your life changed. Was it for the better?
Um, like as far as us all moving into a house and
Yeah,
stuff.
all y'all moving into the house. Did the quality of life improve? Where you're like, okay, you're having a better childhood experience.
Brutality. Oh, come on.
No, his brutality is he. So you got to time it
He
right. He
like,
grabs my head and he just starts punching me to death.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you
That's
got
what I
to
was
do
feeling.
it. You got to do it at a certain amount of damage for yourself.
Yeah, it's
So
got to be like the
yeah,
last.
yeah.
What you call it? Okay. Um, no, I mean, yeah, like living in the house and everything was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was nice, like being in that kind of, real deal neighborhood and having like a true house.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a
Did you
better
get in
quality
a?
of life than being like shoved all into a smaller townhouse together.
Yeah, I mean, like your parents' attitude towards you, towards each other. Like, did life get better in that way, or was it like still things were still going on,
No,
but
still
at least
things
you
are
get to
still
go
going on because it's not.
and stretch a
It's
little bit.
no, things were still going on because you gotta understand. Like my mom and dad, they're
Yeah,
still an hour and a half away from each other. So me
yeah.
moving into houses with them or whatever doesn't change necessarily how they interact with each other. Like I still
Mm,
have two separate family households. So
yeah,
one is my mom, my stepdad, and my brother, and
yeah,
another is just me and my dad.
yeah,
So, um, and the household with my mom, stepdad, and brother, that's always kind of been strange, just because like my stepdad and I would always like have we had our issues growing up, you
mm,
know. So there was a lot of there's a lot of like not so good shit that went on,
yeah,
with that.
yeah. How? All right, let me ask you. So, you mind if we talk about that more or no?
I mean, we'll just say he was kind of verbally and physically abusive. He was a bully.
Oh, how did your
Yeah.
dad respond to him being a bully?
I mean, there was issues. I mean, my dad tried to get me to live with him, basically. You know,
Mm,
but it's like it's also my mom's involved in that and everything.
yeah,
Like, there's a lot that goes into just trying to put a kid in whatever household.
yeah.
So
No, I understand that.
yeah,
There's a lot of. That's one thing that I notice a lot of comics share is that experience of like having a stepdad and then having like no choice in who you live with and
hmm
all of that shit. I feel like that's the typical American upbringing. Like that whole
you think
you live
so?
with your mom and dad. That shit is TV. Everybody live with the
I don't
second
know if
family.
it's a typical American upbringing. I mean, it's
Yo.
just there's definitely like a lot of like when you start to like talk to people about their upbringings and everything,
Mm-hmm.
you figure out like how varied it is. And even
Yeah.
people that live in like households that are the typical nuclear family household
Mm-hmm.
where you would think it's like all on the up and up. Sometimes even that's not great because it's like, all right, yeah, your parents live together, but it's not like they particularly get along, and they're
Yeah.
making it work for the kids. And there's only a couple, like even out of my friends, there's only a couple where it's like, oh, like you can feel the love between their parents,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Yeah.
and that's across like all types of people too, not just like it's not just like black people, it's not white people, it's like my friend group is really diverse, and each, of course, everybody's unique, but it's like there's only a couple where it's like, oh yeah, that's what a family looks like, that's what a successful marriage looks like.
Yeah. You know, that's the experience that I had in group homes and foster homes and stuff,
Mm,
where race really didn't play that much in my life growing up because in group homes I'm like, oh, I seen everybody, and with an exception, meaning
right,
like the majority of kids there were black, but I also grew up with like Mexicans and Indians and whites and shit, and you
right,
kind of be like, oh, we all kind of going through the same shit
right. Yeah,
regardless of the color of your skin and regardless of how many people are in there. It's like, oh shit, like I can't think you I can't have that mentality of like racism where I'm like I'm seeing poor everybody and then all of that shit. And you kind of yeah, that's what like this podcast is about, is that you find out like how families vary
right.
and people had to deal with that shit and grow up. But you also find out how much you have in common with somebody.
Yeah,
Because it's like, yo, I didn't grow up split up from my parents in a way of like they were split, but like your parents were split. But I was away from my parents. I did have to sleep in a mattress with one of my parents.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, I know that life.
right. Yeah, dude. You know it's funny. Like
Ooh,
my
good one. That was good.
uh,
I want to run that back.
definitely. Um, I didn't realize how much fast food we ate growing up.
Yo, do you think that's a? Would you consider? No, well, the South can't be Middle America, but sometimes it functions like Middle America, right?
Yeah, the South is just man, the South is its own little thing. Like when I go back, anytime I go back down to the South,
Yeah.
it's like crazy. Everything's fried. Everything is fried. There's like everything's smothered. It's just always excess in the food.
But that's
And
at other places outside the South too. They doing that shit
it is for
upstate New
sure.
York too.
I mean, I know, but it's like damn, like you start to realize how unhealthy the food options are.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom is a good cook, but it wasn't until I was older where I realized like, oh yeah, my mom never like really made us like vegetables and shit. Like she would make us like string beans out the can or like canned corn where I'm like she loves corn and then you grow up and realize like, yeah, corn's not a vegetable. It has literally no nutritional value.
Yo, corn the shit though.
Corn is good, but it literally does nothing for your body. You can't even process it. How the fuck did
You
this
can't
happen?
even do a corn shake.
Corn shake? No, dude, just a bunch of husk like sticking in your teeth.
Get me, get me. You better get me. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. There we go.
Back
I
of
was
the
like, don't waste
century.
it. Don't. I was like, you better get me because I was waiting. I was waiting for that shit. I was like, if he don't get me, okay, all right. I see
Ah,
you. I gotta stay on you.
yeah.
I like that. You don't fuck around.
Uh,
I need to come faster with the combos. So
yeah.
I will.
Once Kung Lao gets brought out and I get heated up with him, like, all right. Ooh, ooh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Not today. Woo!
All right, so Kung Lao is your best player?
He's up there. I love
Okay, all
Kung
right,
Lao.
all right, all right. I like that.
He's up there. I love Kung Lao.
So, did you get in any fights when you were young?
Dude, never.
Never.
Dude, I was so conflict avoidant. So conflict avoidant.
What do you mean? Like you would use your humor? You would run? You would tell
Well,
the
one,
teacher?
I was just kind of shy and quiet as it is, so nobody was really messing with me. Um,
Yeah, but you
yeah,
grew up in the South. Like through the media and TV, the South makes it seem like that's where all that bullying culture shit happens.
yeah.
Especially when you're like a person of color. That's not true. That wasn't
I
true for you.
mean that there's that I get bullying culture. I feel like when I think bullying culture, I think preppy California high school or like Connecticut. That's what I think
Yeah.
like bullying culture. South definitely has like it's like I don't even think of bullying for the South. I think of that more just as like just straight up racism or just like intolerance or something. I don't know. Like when you're thinking of it in that way, that you're
Yeah.
thinking of like stereotypically. But I definitely dealt with like some people that were like that. I mean, when I was young, so I used to have really long hair when I was a kid up until I was
Mm-hmm.
5.
Yeah.
I looked like a girl, and there was one kid at school that would always call me a girl, and it would piss me off. But I never like really did anything. Like I was 4 or 5 years old. I was just, I would just feel it because my parents aren't fighters. Like I just never was a fight. Like I don't have like that temper. Like I
Yeah.
don't have like in my genetics. There's not like that quick to anger.
That thing
Per
that
se.
makes you want to go, motherfucker.
Right?
Ah!
Yeah. I don't have
Yeah.
I don't have autism strength.
So, all right, you never did martial arts or boxing or none of that stuff?
None of that shit, bro.
So, how did you express yourself in your house? Like, if you were angry, what did you do? You didn't punch a wall? You didn't scream? Like, what was allowed in your household for you to express yourself?
I mean, I'm trying to think like in what context. I mean,
So, meaning,
I was
right,
angry at the things my stepdad would do, and
but he a grown man. You can't do
but he a
nothing back.
grown man. I can't do
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, if I was angry, I would you could tell I was angry, but it's not like I was like cussing anybody out or anything like that, or yelling or screaming or anything.
So,
But
but do you
nope.
feel like you were allowed to, or it just wasn't never in you to do that? Like you never felt like you could express yourself like that?
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, I don't think like. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could like vocalize that I was angry, but it was never like in a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
Um,
Could you call your mom by her first name?
God, no. I never called any of my parents by their first name. Dude, my parents would be like, who the fuck you talking to? Dude, I remember like, cause I'm such a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So at my place damn, I keep spamming that move. I'm really not meaning to. In Greensboro, we didn't have cable, and Monday Night Raw would come on the USA Network, right?
Yeah.
And my dad had cable, so he had a DVR. No, he didn't even have it. This is back in like VHS tape days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, there were 2 instances, and my dad loves tennis, so he would record like a lot of tennis on VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And there was one tape we had that was like shitty, like
Yeah.
it wouldn't record well. So like when you'd watch the tape, it would fuck up. You'd play it and it would go like like that. Kids will never know like what that's like. And
The tracking is off and all of that
tracking's
shit.
all
Yeah.
fucked up. It's like unwatchable. And I remember, him like he recorded my wrestling for me. That's all I wanted. When I go on the weekends to his place, it's like I just need to catch up on Monday Night Raw. All I ask is just have my wrestling recorded. That's it.
Yeah.
And that tape was he had it on that tape one time, and it pissed me off so fucking much.
Oh,
And that was
my
like
God.
one of the first straws. But then like the
You
next
said
time,
straws.
yeah.
What the fuck? You're allowed to have straws with your parents, but the first straws.
But the thing is, the second time it happened, it wasn't on. It was on the DVR, and he deleted it for like tennis or whatever, knowing that I really wanted to watch it, and he deleted the wrestling, and like, dog, it pissed me off so fucking much because he promised me. Like I asked, I was like, "Dad, can you just please like tape wrestling this week? Like it's an important one, like this big one." And he was like, "Yeah, I got you." I was like, "Promise me." He's like, "All right, I promise." And then he like deleted it. I felt so betrayed. I felt so betrayed.
If that was on purpose?
He deleted it on purpose because he wanted to make room for his shit.
Oh.
And I was so mad. I was like, listen, man, it's like I'm already, dealing with my stepdad's bullshit, here at home. Like wrestling is like my reprieve on the weekend, and the one thing I look forward to. And, you deleted this shit after you promised me. Dude, I was mad the entire weekend. He was like, I can't believe you this mad. I was like, what you mean? Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, sometimes we still bring up that story where he's like, man, you were really mad that time. I was like, yeah. I was mad as fuck, dude. I was
But
ready to hit the
how?
rock
But
bottom.
that's so funny. But you didn't use that language when you express your
No,
anger.
never, never, never.
Yeah,
Shit, my dad would be like, he would hit me with the crazy eyes if I was cussing.
that is. I can see. I can see that. I know that hurt, man. You'd
Dude.
be like, "What the?"
I mean, because this was the heydays. This is Stone
Yeah.
Cold. This is back when the roster was still good. This is ruthless aggression era. So you got Triple H at his height. Stone Cold. Rock is slowly transitioning into Hollywood and everything. But you got the new crop coming in with John Cena and Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle still killing it and everything. Monday Night Raw was good back then. This is before it went to 3 hours. This may have been a 3 hour program that it was like, oh, it's a special presentation where, remember that when it was always 2 hours, but then sometimes they bump it to 3.
Wait. Yes, I do remember that. And now that's the standard. So what are they going to do? Start making this shit shorter again
I
on
wish they
different
would.
days? They'll
I
start
wish.
testing the different nights. Like that's what NXT is too, right? It's a way for them to find another night to be on television.
No, NXT is its own thing. I mean, NXT was their developmental brand, and it just
But
became like where it's
is
like, all
it?
right, now NXT's on Tuesdays because it used to
Yeah,
just be on the network, and then it got bumped up to TV. So now, WWE has 3 nights of television.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
that's what WWE wants. They eventually want to have more nights of television, so they may start testing. They figured out that the developmental shit was just as entertaining as the real shit, especially
Mm-hmm.
because they did Tough Enough and they already had the numbers that prove that,
Right.
and how much people are into WWE, and also how much people are into like college sports. Like that's their way to do, yo, this is college entertainment wrestling in a sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you watching SummerSlam this Saturday?
I have to, man.
Dog.
But I'll probably be
What you?
watching from my cell phone like a loser.
Why?
Cause I got spots.
Where you
I
at?
can't wait to, I think I'm at the stand. I
Okay.
can't wait to be at the level where spots are where I'm like, I don't feel like it. I just
Right.
want to stay in.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm off not because I don't have no spots there, but because I didn't put in spots there.
right. Damn, I keep spamming this fucking move.
Me too. I keep trying to get you with the fucking dagger John off the wall.
Right.
Cause I know how to make that into another combo, but it's just not fucking working.
So, there's my shit right there.
Okay. Well, it's just shit too, pussy.
Ooh, ate that shit. Oh
Yeah, no,
fuck.
you
And I
didn't.
ate all that. Fuck.
Oh shit.
What's up with my fans? No. What?
Ooh, I
Damn.
tried to get you with the nut punch though.
Damn.
That's like his brutality. All right, I
Um,
don't know if I can do it on this
what
one.
was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm at Gotham on Saturday,
Oh shit.
and I'm bringing my laptop to the club and hooking it up to the TV down in the
Hold
green
on.
room.
What's Saturday? I may pull up then. Saturday is the 5th. Wait,
Yeah.
oh shit. Nah, I'm at Governor's. That's where I'm at.
Mm.
I'm at Governor's all week.
Damn,
Both days.
you way up out of town.
Yeah, shit. So I'm definitely gonna have to watch this in my car. Fuck, I forgot about that show. I did not promote that show whatsoever. I forgot
This
about
Saturday at Governor's.
that. Yo, but I have been putting out the clips, letting them know. So I did, like, on every clip it says Governor. So hopefully they seen it.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna just have to hope for a prayer on this one.
Wait, what was your fighting game growing up?
My fighting game was always Mortal Kombat. Clay Fighter for a little bit because I thought
Which
that was
one?
cool. Clay Fighter.
I don't think I know Clay Fighter.
Oh man, Clay Fighter was on Super Nintendo. It was a fighting game with claymation characters. It was pretty good.
Oh wow.
It was the closest I would say if I could compare it to any game, it was like Killer Instinct. But meets Killer Instinct meets Celebrity Deathmatch type shit.
Okay. Okay. That's
So they
dope.
did that. So it was like Frosty the Snowman, but his name was like Jack the Snowman or some shit. Dude.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was a really cool game. I'll show you after. I can share my screen or I'll just send you a video.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, that shit was cool, man. I loved fighting games because those games were all about skill.
Mm-hmm.
And the longer you beat people, the longer you can play the video game. Like if you were playing like Mario and shit, like everybody had to take
Take
turns, but
turns. Yeah.
you had to wait until the person used up all their lives and shit like that. And some people were really good. But
Yeah.
like fighting games were something where you can be like, yo, it's just you just gotta be better than that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. You just gotta play King of the Mountain.
Yeah, so that's what drew me into this game. And to grow up in group homes, they shelter you too from like violent stuff or things they deem as violent.
Right.
Like I wasn't allowed to like listen to cursing, like music with cursing in it and shit. So my first
Same.
album that I ever received was the Fuji Score clean version.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good album still.
it's a great album still.
I mean, like at least you got that. Like I couldn't even get the clean version of the shit.
Yeah. Whoa, really? You weren't allowed to listen to rap or anything?
Not really. Like,
Was
dude,
that your
like
stepdad or was that you
no,
or
my
your
stepdad
mom?
was into that shit. It was my mom and dad.
Damn.
My dad didn't like. I mean,
What
they were like,
happened? Like a rapper robbed him or some shit? Why didn't he like?
nah. He just like, dude. My dad was like, just always so like, I don't know, just buttoned up about that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Like he was like, oh, the NWA and everything. Yeah, it was just bad. Like I wanted to get 50 Cent's album so bad, couldn't get it.
Yeah.
He was like, no. So cousin Sean be listening to that, and he
And
out here.
Sean was a hoodlum.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of shit.
Did you ever hang out with that side of the family?
Yeah.
And how did you not get into hoodlum shit if you hung out with like the hoodlum side of your family and shit?
Just having parents that were like avoid that shit,
Mm-hmm.
and just me also just not wanting to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ricochet up out this bitch. Wow.
Boom. Through the
This girl
plexi,
wearing
through
toe
the
shoes. She
wall.
got toe socks on.
Dude.
You can't be out here fighting in
She
Mortal
all
Kombat
right
with toe
too.
socks.
Like they give her with the merls on.
Right? She got these fucking granola feet grass hiking boots.
I wish they had. So she fights like Jax, but also
Yeah.
Sonya. She
Yeah.
has like Sonya's style too.
Yeah.
And I
She's
wish
Jax's
they
kid.
kind of create like a mom character for her.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who is Jax busting it in? That
I don't know. Maybe a civilian chick. Because she's too dark to be mixed, so they can't play that mixed storyline.
right.
Then she got dreads.
All right. We got.
So her
this
mom
fight
is
doesn't
black.
end before the share play.
No, we
ends.
can just restart it. Restart the share play. It's an hour at a time. Oh. Oh, you got that one. That was a good one. That was a good. Is this a comeback? Did you win that whole round? Is this a finish him?
Yeah, this is it. Bong. Finisher.
That was good, man.
Close. All right, let's see. Boom.
Oh, let's see. Firefish shit. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's run it back with another character. I ask you a couple more questions and then I'll let you go.
Let's do it.
So, did you ever have like did you ever have a birthday at McDonald's? Like, what was the worst place you ever had a birthday? Fuck that.
Worst?
Fuck McDonald's.
Oh no, I actually had pretty good birthdays. Actually,
Yeah.
I feel like I can't remember. We probably did a McDonald's birthday, but back then McDonald's birthdays were popping, dog. Like the play
Depends
place
on where
and shit.
you live.
Sure, but I feel like kids back then appreciated McDonald's to a different degree because you got to think their commercials were like catered towards kids. Like Happy Meals were dope. Grimace and and Hamburglar and all them were all getting screen time.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was the jack-o'-lanterns and shit that like it was different back then. Like McDonald's was it. And the play place was dope. You know, it was a
Yeah.
destination. People wanted to go to McDonald's. But a lot of birthdays I did were at like Skateland USA, which was like, the skate rink. The circus would come around my birthday every year.
Which one?
Barnum and Bailey.
Hold on. It
Yeah.
says we lost it, John, but I'm gonna just do it again.
Yeah, Barnum and Bailey circus would come around on my birthday like pretty much every year.
And
then,
you will go every year.
Not
or damn near every year.
Not every year. I went a couple times, like in my childhood, at least probably 3 times. I feel like there was at least 3 birthdays where I did the circus, and there was at least 1 or 2 birthdays where I had a hotel birthday as a kid at Embassy Suites.
Oh, how did that work?
It was just basically like us.
Y'all just went swimming and order food and shit?
Yeah, just swimming, order pizzas and stuff. It was just a big sleepover just at a hotel, just kids.
What friends were these?
Like, these were like, I was in elementary school, so it was just like me and like, 4 or 5 other like, guy friends,
Oh, you're not even friends with them now?
No, because we're all, it's like we were like, I don't know, 8 and 9, 10 years old or something. Send me the invite thing again.
I did.
Send it again though.
Oh, that's so funny that your parents make you hang out with people. Just because y'all babies, and like you had people at a party that's very important to your parents, and you were playing with kids that you don't even fucking talk to anymore.
I mean, I don't talk to them anymore, but back then they were my friends. Like we were tight.
Oh, yeah, were your friends?
Yeah, they were my friends. They were like my actual friends. But like, families move and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Are
you playing now?
Can
you see it now? Okay, cool.
Yeah. But no, those were fun. Those were super fun. One of my most memorable birthdays was, I think I turned 13, and this was in middle school. So my mom rented a limo for my birthday to pick me up from school and like pick up all the kids. So basically it was like me and like, kids from my class, guys and girls. And we just rode a limo around Greensboro for like an hour or 2 with like pizza. That was the first time I ever heard 21 Questions by 50 Cent. It was the first time any of us had heard 21 Questions.
Yeah.
It was like a new radio hit. And we're riding around in the back, eating pizza and everything. We're like, dang, this song's good. And then he goes, I love you like a fat kid loves cake. And we were all like, oh, like the whole car lost it. And we went and saw Daredevil with Ben Affleck. And then took it on home.
That's dope. That's a good ass birthday, man. That's like what we chase in this industry. Like that's the celebrity life right there.
Yeah, it was funny because other kids other kids like saw the limo pull up and get me. They were like, I think he's rich. It's like, no, like this is a once a year kind of little thing,
Dude, how'd you feel about that Daredevil with Ben Affleck?
I mean, at the time, loved it.
Yeah, you don't love it no more?
I haven't gone back to it since, being an adult. Let's put it that way. I'd rather watch the Netflix series.
Yeah. Because I seen that same movie. I seen Daredevil. I thought it was good. I got to see it in a celebratory fashion, too. That's why I was listening to the story. Yeah, we're just 2 different ages. But I remember going to see that movie. It was one of my foster parents. We went out often. But it was no, it wasn't rare. It was like we would go out often. It would always be like a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever. We'd go see a movie and eat like shit and whatever. But I just remember it being like snowy. It was snowing outside. It was nice snow. It wasn't like traffic stopping snow. It was nice, beautiful snow. We went to see like a cinematic 7 p.m. Yeah, cinematic shit. And I remember going to Cheltenham Mall, watching the movie, liking it. She actually liked it. She was like, she was like, oh, okay, it's all right. It was entertaining. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit, this old lady connects with me on the level of these movies.
Right.
So that's my experience with the movie. Oh shit! I picked the wrong motherfucker. I do not know how to see this dude.
Noob Saibot.
I
No,
gotta
yeah,
like
I
turn
liked
my
it as a
brightness
kid
up.
for sure. Like it was fun. All those movies were fun back then. Like even like the shitty Batman movies I enjoyed as a kid because I was like 5 when I saw them, so you don't know what a bad movie is.
Yeah,
It's just Batman.
yeah. You're like, okay, so he got on the suit. He talking
Yeah,
in the
like
voice.
he got
He
the
does in the
nipples on the
Batman shit.
suit,
Yeah.
the George Clooney nipple suit. God damn.
Can I ask a question about your stepdad? Do you
Yeah,
mind?
yeah.
Do you feel like his behavior was bullying, or do you feel like he was trying to toughen you up?
Maybe both, but it still wasn't good. You know,
Yeah,
like a lot of the shit that he did. A lot of shit that he did was very unwarranted.
yeah,
Where it's like you still deal with it, and then also too, as a kid, you see how you're being treated versus, you know, my brother. You
yeah,
know, there's certain things that were said and everything where you're like, okay, all right, well, there's a clear difference here.
yeah.
And and he knows that he fucked
Y'all
up.
squashed it.
I wouldn't say squashed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about it. We had a talk once, but it's still like,
You
you know.
ever flinch at him behind his back like pussy? I'll beat your ass. Like now that you got muscles and shit, like Jordan, you be squatting and shit. Jordan, come on, you ain't never want to
Hilarious.
smack this old nigga in the back of his head. You ain't never
Yeah.
want to do that shit. Like
I mean, the
motherfucker.
thoughts are there, but it's like I've never done anything about it like that. Like, what?
What pussy?
Yeah.
Like this shoulder check him for no reason.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
But now it's like it's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, I'm grown now, so I don't have to deal with that him or anything.
yeah,
I don't
you
want to.
like it. I wish you would, pussy.
See, boy.
You like pussy. I went
No,
through the
I'm
same
not
thing.
dying.
Yeah. No, you're not dying yet, but there's a way I can get a little bit of my power back. If I fucking, I gotta figure out, I don't know his close the gap moves.
Fuck.
Nope.
Whoo.
But you
Man, we
see,
almost both
dude,
died too.
yo, just no, like I'm all right a little bit. I'm all
Yeah.
right a little bit,
You know what's funny though? See, the last time I played Mortal Kombat with you was at your place. This was not like your old place.
This
And
is across the street where I live. Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was all of us. It was you, me, Minuan, Derek, Tom, like there was a bunch of people there. And I
Yeah.
played
You was
and
waxing us.
I ran
That's
the
Mortal
fucking
Kombat
table.
10.
That was
That's
Mortal
Mortal Kombat 10. Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat 10 is a different, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got good. Like, you probably played Mortal Kombat 10 on Xbox all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
You want to run it back or do another
We
character?
can run it back. That was pretty good. Though.
All right. So you played Mortal Kombat way more than me. I was warming up to Mortal Kombat, and then my boy, he was like, yo, just get this and play that. So I played this a lot more than Mortal Kombat 10. Okay, I only played Mortal Kombat 10 when I had company. But Mortal Kombat 10, a different engine. That shit moved way too fast.
Yeah.
That shit is like playing Street Fighter.
Was 10 fast? I thought 10 was slow, wasn't it?
Nah, 10 was fast.
Okay.
This one is like, in order to move fast in this, you got to do like 4 forward.
Yeah.
But 4 forward don't even really work. It only works if you're doing like a combo input. But you can run across the screen in 10 to close the gap. You didn't have to do a projectile move or nothing.
Right. Street Fighter, I'm bad at. I never played Street Fighter growing up.
I always liked that Street Fighter. It never drew me in.
Did you play Ready to Rumble boxing?
Yes, hell yeah, dog.
Dog, I wish they would bring that back so bad, or at least like make it like
it'll probably go to Xbox first. Because it was a whatchamacallit game, right?
But it was on PlayStation as well. It was on Dreamcast. It was on PlayStation.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit,
like
I thought it was on.
Oh, fuck me. Sometimes these losses sneak up on you, where it's like you don't even realize like how bad you're getting your ass whooped. Ooh. Ha!
Yeah, not good. I couldn't do the fucking move. I was like, fuck. Where he grabs you, where he
Right.
does the shadow thing and it grabs you from underneath.
Right.
What? Fuck. I'm not getting in.
God damn, I can't get the.
But no, I grew up having to have confrontations with adults too. Like that was
Yeah.
very much part of my life. From foster homes to group homes, men just have a weird relationship with little boys that especially aren't related to them. They feel like they gotta prove something and
Mm-hmm.
show their masculinity. Like I
Right.
grew up fighting grown men. Like fucking all that grappling and wrestling shit. I had to do that. Like in group homes, you like grappling with staff because they like you may say something that's disrespectful. You doing the temper tantrum,
Mm-hmm.
but their way of I'm too terrible with this nigga. Like I can't
Yeah. Yeah.
even.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
So let's go somewhere else. But you would have to like they would put you in a full Nelson. Like if you call them like I grew up crossing the line with adults very early. Like you can call an adult a pussy. Like growing up in a group home, you can talk to a grown ass man. You be like, you fucking pussy, you bitch ass nigga. Like all of that shit. And that's not a way to handle it, but that's how kids in the group homes
Dude,
communicate it.
imagine
So
being a 30-year-old man and a 10 or 11-year-old child is calling you a pussy ass bitch.
yo, bitch
And
ass nigga.
yeah, and then just like having to keep it together. And it's
Yo,
like, you're a child. It's like, of course you're going to get yoked up.
dude, no, but they would yoke you up. You would say all of that shit. You fucking pussy, bitch
Mm-hmm.
ass nigga, all that shit. They yoke you up, fucking put you in a full Nelson, half Nelson, fucking arm bar, and you would have to know how to escape from these shits.
That's
You
hilarious.
know what I mean? So
And
they
then
put
you
you
have
in
to go
full
do,
Nelson.
you
You
just have to go
right.
do chores after you got
Yup.
rock bottom through the kitchen table.
Dude, that shit is funny. So
Yo,
I grew up always having confrontation with older men.
well, when
So
did your
for you
height
to
come into play? Like, how tall were you at this age?
but my height didn't really come into play until I want to say 10th grade. But even when my height came into play, it created more of a problem
Of
because
course.
now I'm a big dude, so they feel like they have to. That was more of the foster care thing. The group home shit, that's how they handle all kids, big or small. They
Mm-hmm.
fucking, you say something, you step out of line, they fucking, you gotta figure out how to escape a fucking triangle chokehold and shit.
Right.
But when I finally got big, like my growth spurt, and I wasn't just like all energy and shit like that,
Yeah.
then I would get in more confrontation with the adults in the real world, like foster dads and shit like that. Like you're arguing with them, and they want to fucking try to fight you and grip you up, and
Mm-hmm.
you gotta square up.
Damn. So you were in there like,
It wasn't that much, but it was enough where you go, fuck. Like I can't like the line as seeing adults as authority has already been crossed. Like authority, like an authority figure, a true authority figure should never have to resort to physicality,
right,
especially on a kid. So once you
physical level. Yeah.
realize that, and you go, oh shit, you ain't shit. I don't
Right.
gotta respect you now, and I just gotta fucking hold my own.
Yeah.
That's really all it's about. So I developed a relationship with like male figures very differently.
Y'all ever have like a tag team match on them?
No, I
Pull the
didn't live with my
clothesline on
sister.
somebody?
No, I didn't get to live with my sister. We didn't live together until I got my own crib, and she was able to like stay with me for a little bit. But yeah, most of the time it was like the only other foster kid would be in the house would be like someone who's just passing through. I usually live with like a foster mom with her real kids.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so
Or
you're like, so you're in a foster family, right? And they're with their blood kids,
yeah,
and then
oof.
you're getting cussed out.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing is they would treat all their kids like that. So that's why
Oh
I didn't
shit.
even feel that different because I'm like, fuck, like you calling your own kid a pussy. and a
Right.
bitch
Yeah.
and shit. I just knew I didn't have to stand for it.
Right. Yeah. And you were like the leader. You were Harriet Tubman for the kids. Like you or
Yeah,
Nat Turner.
but
You're like, we don't have to stand up. We don't have to put up with this shit. We can start a revolution.
and they won't listen to me because they realized something I didn't. That's like,
Mm.
yo, one, you can leave. They can kick you the fuck out of here. I have
Man.
to deal with this. So you're creating a toxic environment, or at least
Right.
by me bucking back to how their parents act creates an environment that's uncomfortable for the younger kids. I would say not the younger kids, but their biological kids, because
Right.
they're like, I'm like, I knew never to be like, yo, don't let this motherfucker talk to us like that, because they're like, hey, that's our dad, motherfucker. He gonna have to.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
just how it is.
Yeah.
So there was like that separation in foster care. I look at it as a freedom, I guess.
Hmm.
That I'm like, oh, like they're willing to fucking throw hands with me because one, I'm not related to them,
Right.
and they're not my kid, and I'm not their kids and shit. But also, I'm like, well, fuck it. Now that you're willing to go there, I have to retaliate or react in the same manner. I can't cower.
Right. Right. Right.
So that was my relationship with men, and I realized that was pretty normal growing up in like the '90s and shit. Like some people just a man was in their life and he didn't know how to fucking really guide or talk.
Right. Right.
Ooh, you got me. Good one.
Oh my god.
But did you ever feel like your parents had your back at least?
Um. Yeah. Like, as far as what with my stepdad.
With your stepdad in general, like was there like oh fuck, hold on, let me get my shit together, because you coming up with combos and strategies where I'm like, holy shit, this
Oh, my
motherfucker figuring
ribs.
it out. Yeah, fuck them ribs, motherfucker.
No.
I know
Yeah.
what you were doing. You did it smart.
I feel like my dad had my back. Uh. Yeah, for sure. There was ways where I was like, all right, like something's not right, or like as a kid you feel like more could be done, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh shit. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like there's always going to be that thing
Mm.
with my stepdad. I feel like
Yeah. Yeah.
like that's never going to change. You know,
Mm.
my dad. I'm my dad's only kid,
Yeah.
and he never remarried. So like all his love and energy goes into me.
Yeah. You ever
It's
seen your dad bring chicks home?
it's concentrated. Yeah, yeah. I've met people, and it's not like he does it in a player way. It's just like if it's somebody he's like actually seeing.
Yeah.
Or it's
Let
like
me ask you this. Do you feel like your dad did that for you? That he was like, he loves you so much, you're his only kid, and starting a new family would just take away from the amount of time that he could be spending with you?
no, not at
Or is it
all.
not that
No,
deep?
no,
It's
it's
just
not
like,
that
I ain't
deep.
fucking with these hoes no more.
No,
It's
it's not that
like,
deep. It's just more like I just it just kind of never worked out that way. He hasn't remarried or anything, and it's not that
mm,
he hasn't had relationships or anything. It's just never like gone that way. Um,
mm.
but I for sure like, you know, I'm like pulling for him to get remarried. So that way
Yeah,
nobody else can
remarried, or
have the
just get
attention.
some stable yams.
Married.
Married?
Married.
Is
Yes.
marriage big in your in like your priorities?
No. No.
So
Because I
why
mean I
would you
grew
wish it on your dad if you
so
don't want to
I
get
so I
married,
don't get
motherfucker?
all the attention all the time. I love my dad dearly. Love him
Yeah.
so much.
But
Um
can I ask you what type of attention? Like, is it good and bad attention, or is it just
No,
too
no, it's
much
great. It's
attention?
all it's all love. It's all
Yeah.
love. Like
Yeah.
and I'm very appreciative of the fact that like he gives me attention and love and all that kind of stuff, because there's some
Yeah.
people that don't have that. Like I'm lucky to have that, and I know I'll miss that one day.
Hmm.
Um it's just but I also think it's healthy for him to have a marriage and a partner and all that kind of stuff. So, he can focus that on them too as well.
But if you don't believe in marriage, why not just a steady chick that ain't financially involved?
No, it's not that I don't believe in marriage. It's just I grew up with like a poor image of like my first impression of marriage isn't that great because
Mm,
my parents' marriage was so combative.
okay.
Um, but I think it's be definitely good for him to be married for sure.
So marriage isn't for you because you didn't see a healthy version of marriage. You don't look at it as a thing that you can conquer and like be like, oh, I can learn from the mistakes of this failed marriage.
Oh fuck me.
I heard you on your end do it. I heard
Oh
your sticks go, and I was like, fuck that. I heard it. I heard you hit it.
I'm I've come around more to the idea of marriage as I've grown older.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that like it's kind of something where I've always wanted to be more set up and stable before I've done it. And also I'm like just not one to just hop into relationships with anybody just because they're around. I it takes a lot to impress me.
Yeah.
Like for me to get in a relationship with somebody, I'm like, what do you have going on? What are the things
Are
like
you still single?
yeah. It's like, you gotta have goals and ambition and all that kind of stuff.
So your last relationship is the one that I know about.
The last person I dated was in pandemic. I dated somebody for like 10 months in pandemic.
That count?
Yeah, that counts. It
Oh,
definitely
that's not
counted.
the bubble. That's not the bubble.
No,
That's
it
not the.
counted. We
Okay.
were like living
Okay.
together, all that stuff. It counts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I was like legitimately in love.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
It's just that you had to come back here because you
Um,
moved to whatchamacallit, correct?
North Carolina. Yeah, I moved back
Yeah.
down to North Carolina. There was an element of that, but also like some red flags started popping up.
Oh.
Or I was like, oh, okay, we might have to cut this off.
All right. I understand that.
Come on, RoboCop. This
Fuck that
forearm bitch.
RoboCop is a. Yeah. Don't fuck
Yo,
with this big bitch.
yo, this girl, this fucking monster. What's her name? Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva.
Shit. You realize she don't got no legs.
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, she don't got no kick moves. All her kick moves is stomps and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Well, she got 4 arms already. She would definitely be on Pornhub
What the
with
fuck?
with 4 arms. She was a. Oh fuck! She throwing all these fireballs at me. Fuck you.
Oh. She don't got no kick game.
No.
Goro got a kick game. All her leg moves are just fucking stomps and jumps and shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna run
wait,
it
that
back
was the end of
though.
the. Oh fuck! I didn't realize. I thought you. Damn, you would have
I would
won
have
that
whooped
shit.
your ass.
You would have won that shit.
I would
Throw
have
that back
won,
up
dog.
in.
I ain't playing. All right. Let's do one more. I'll let you out of here.
Thank you for your cooperation. Wow. Blah, 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 blah. Damn, how many guns you need, bro? This is the most America ass fatality.
My last question is, if your family was a sitcom, what network would they be on?
Ooh. My family with all the divorce and stuff, probably FX.
Oh, so it's more like a dark comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not, we're not ABC.
Yeah, y'all like, no, we got cussing.
Yeah,
and we got cussing and shit. So, but you said your parents were not, I'm saying you said, I framed that wrong. You grew up religious. Both of your parents were religious, but still you grew up in the household that was like combative like that. And religious people are supposed to be the ones who are like to calm and stuff. Or was
Not
that a different?
necessarily. I mean, you're adults. You still got
Yeah.
problems and money issues, and you're raising a kid and everything. It's like, it's not like, also sometimes that religious stuff can get in the way.
Did you ever see it get in the way?
I mean, I don't know if I saw it personally, but it's like, sometimes people will just be like, oh, well, God's going to take care of us and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, well, what are we going to do right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're not getting that flawless, though. I'm just telling you, you're not getting that flawless, yo. What you were saying?
Yeah, but it's like, oh my God.
I came up at the right time for that one.
That blew half your bar off.
Dude.
No, yeah, it's like religious people, that's just an element of your life. That's not, that doesn't take care of everything.
So but your family didn't use it in a sense of like church is everything?
No, 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 not at all. No, there's still other adult things that you have to account for to make a successful relationship. And if those things aren't all matching up just because you're on the same page with, your beliefs and
Mm,
God and everything, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out.
mm.
Because you could be two people that believe in God and one of them beat your ass,
Yeah.
and then
'Cause
then you really gonna be getting acquainted with Jesus.
what was the church life like for you?
See, that's
What
the
type
thing.
of church did
We
you go
weren't
to?
we didn't like go to church a lot or anything.
Mm.
It was just a religious household, like
Oh, okay.
just the beliefs and everything. My dad would, still teach me like things of the Bible and all that. And like, it was more just like what I experienced with religion, like when I was a
Yeah.
kid, was more like being taught like, the simple, stories of the Bible or whatever that, people teach their kids, but
Hmm.
also just things that I wasn't allowed to do. Like, I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter or celebrate Halloween or things like
Why
that.
weren't you allowed to read Harry Potter?
Just the religious element of just like, it's black magic and wizardry and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't allowed to do those things because my parents were like Christian. And they were like, oh, that black
Hmm.
magic stuff is evil and the devil and everything. Bitch, don't you have enough arms? Why are you taking mine?
Boom.
Wait, I
Boom.
still got. Oh my
Bam.
God.
But wait, what did she just took the skin off your arms?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That was stupid. That was hard. That was dumb. That was not worth it.
Degloved
Let
me.
me right. It won't hurt to him. She just took the goddamn casing off.
Yes. He unboxed this motherfucker.
Yo, Jourdain, man, thank you for doing this and hanging out with me and playing video games and talking about your childhood. Tell these people where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Jourdain Fisher, JOURDAINFISHER. That's where all my stuff is. You go there, follow me, and I've got the link tree on there, and you can follow everything else from there. But yeah, man, we gotta do this more often.
Yeah, this shit is fun, right?
Yeah,
You can just talk shit. You can just play video games, talk about life, and fucking just get your anger out while ripping the motherfucking head off.
that's right.
Yo, Mortal Kombat, Midway, Unreal, what is it? Unreal Engine.
Unreal.
I need a sponsor. Be the sponsor, yo.
Dude, get a Mortal Kombat sponsorship.
Come on, yo, Mortal Kombat. Let's do it. Let's sponsor this shit. Anyway, thank you for doing this podcast, man. Audience, you know what it is. You heard his story. Do you think he's public property? Yes or no? I say yeah. Like a lot of shit
I
that
don't
you
even
was
know what that
talking about.
means.
Oh, so public property. My bad. I thought I explained it to you outside the podcast. I apologize. So I like using the term public property to mean a person that should have grew up in the government under the government's assistance,
Oh
like I
my
did.
God.
And that stepdad shit. That shit sound like some goddamn foster kid, like a goddamn. Yeah, I was like, yo, that's some foster kid shit right there. I related to your story way too much for
Yeah.
you. I'm like, yo, you could have definitely been on a bunk with me. Like, you'd
Yeah,
have been
probably.
top bunk. We'd have been getting fucking cussed out all night by staff. But shut the fuck up.
We would
Shut
have
the
been
fuck
like
up.
Zero and Stanley Yelnats, Holes, Shia LaBeouf and
Yo, yeah,
Wolverine.
yep, dude. So, but maybe the listeners say no. Maybe they're like, nah, your parents were normal. This is a normal American upbringing. You're not public property. So, only way y'all can determine that is by leaving a comment on this episode, whether it's the YouTube or the Spotify or the goddamn, what is that, Apple Music. You know what to do. All right, yo. I appreciate you.
Yeah, dog.
All
This is
right.
great.